Raindrops starting to get heavy now.
Oh, look at that, a big moment for Ellery. Almost spills it wide with oversteer, gets into the dirt. Oh, and so too Whincup. They're all getting trapped by the lack of grip. Trouble!
Dumbrell.
Big shunt.
Dumbrell and Baird.
This is going to be bad. This is huge. Lost the back off the Craig Baird car. This will be a safety car if the red flag. The race will be stopped. Terrible situation.
Can you believe that?
Russell Ingall right behind him. Oh, that's terrible.
That's pretty shocking vision, isn't it?
That's awful. I don't think we want to see that again.
Right, let's have a quick look at this, guys. Just have a look. We could be able to fix it.
At 41 entries for this round. The revs rise. We get set. This is race 2 of 3. Could Lowndes wrap it up here? Away we go. Look at Russell Ingall's start. It was a pretty good one, but he's got a lot of work to do. The Valvoline cars dice it out, but it's Craig Lowndes who gets away to the best start.
Ingall said to me just before the start, watch me at the...
Oh!
Jason
there. He's taken out Ingall.
Oh, and long one.
Oh, goodness me. 3 cars involved in that.
But this is where the action started. Schaefer's down the inside. Race directors and stewards will be looking at this pretty carefully as well. A little bit of contact here, no big deal. Then all of a sudden, once the cars got closer to each other and made more substantial contact, it cocked the number 2 HRT car sideways. And
Zinger replay. This may tell us more. Up the inside goes the Noski Lay, HSV dealer team Commodore.
Was there contact on the right-hand side? He's ended up out of the groove. Just a tiny glance, look at that. Just enough to get him out in the grey. They're touching this side to side on the way to 8.
Kelly gets past Cameron McConville. Now there's bingo here.
Will they get through there 2 abreast?
Well...
Yeah, no, they won't. There's chaos.
Oh, this is
and
a
I
bad
didn't
one.
think you could possibly get 2 cars through there. This stuff's insane. And Todd were getting side to side, so McConville lost pace. That gave Dumbrell the incentive to come down the inside, but you've got to go back a step to understand why all the cars were together in the first place.
Gee, scary moment for Cam there, because that was the...
Might get a look at what happened to Perkins there.
Oh, look, they hit the tyres.
Yeah, he collided with the tyres.
Yeah,
Now, that's all on his own too.
Yeah.
So the officials have put those tyres in there to try and stop the cars riding the curb.
Yeah.
They've been doing it.
Here we go.
Oh, that was Larry.
Oh, look at that. He was very lucky not to flip. He was very lucky.
Larry.
On his first lap back under green, has spun off. You can see he's hit those tyres that his teammate Larry Perkins hit. Let's have a look on the Shell Helix replay.
Oh, up onto 2 wheels and bang into the tyre wall.
He's done that all by himself. Crutch.
Number 18, that's David Brabham in the Shell Helix Ford, slowing right down at the S's. And behind him, there goes Thomas Mazera.
This could be the safety car they want. A long battle for him. Let's take a look at how it happened. He's finished up back in the pits. Oh, he clipped the wall there. It wasn't just a spin.
No, and when he touched the wall, that damaged the rear end and shifted the diff housing across, and I think it did damage to the Watts link, because I could see the entire will have parted company from Paul's car, from Stephen Richards' Paul Dumbrell car. See the car in the background, it was Craig Lowndes, so that wheel was bouncing on the run, exiting turn 2, bouncing on the run up towards the cutting, and it somehow bounced its way into the path of Craig Lowndes. He's a very lucky man not to have copped that wheel. We didn't see it, but it was just to the right of screen there, and there's the damage on the 888 car. I thought the safety car driver needed to be a little cautious there.
Oh, my goodness. And Paul was saying
he clipped it, he said. And he said, as you can see, it pulled out in front of me. Clear segment now, and all he's going to do here is be mixed up in the pack unless he can jump on.
Oh, no! He's hit Richards in pit lane. He's knocked over the markers.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Like you saw Lee did, he went for 2 tyres down the left-hand side. Paul Forkey said, Marcus, wait, but he kept going.
Find himself in an incident at turn 1 with somebody who's back of the pack. Speaking about back of the pack, what's gone on here? This is up at turn 8. I think there's oil on the road. Dumbrell's gone off. They're all howling about oil on the road. Or an infringement as well. Here's the Zinger replay of what happened up at... Dumbrell went off at a great rate of knots there. And so did...
Jason Richards.
Jason Richards. So I was just listening to one of the radio messages and just trying to figure out who dropped the oil up there. Apparently there was oil up there and a substantial amount of it. Those guys went off big time.
Fortunate and unlucky for his teammate Todd Kelly. Look at this! Oh, Larry's gone! Whoa! Perkins goes spinning off into the hurdle trap. Come to a stop. He won't go any further. Contact with Jason Bright in turn 1, and that is the fastest corner of the
Oh, and Jason as well.
Sorry, Paul Romano, that actually wasn't his fault at all. And Russell was just going very quick.
Now watch here. Valvoline Commodore takes advantage. Now Engel, crash, bang.
Well, into the back of Romano there.
So
Implementation of a safety car, that might alter, but that's not the case for this race.
here's your
Oh, trouble. It's the second of the Jack Daniels cars, and Paul Dumbrell tags the wall on the exit.
Oh!
Stephen Richards again.
And now watch you on the right hand side.
Way round, and it hasn't worked, and in fact he's ended up on the wet line there on slicks. That is Dumbrell down the inside.
He's found the wet line there too.
He sure did. And incidentally, we've still got the same temperature out there, 21 degrees. So it's not a cold day by any stretch of the imagination.
Indeed, come into contact, or is it separate? Sing a replay. It's separate. This is Dumbrell.
He couldn't turn the car.
He's dropped oil off the bridge, Neil, and unfortunately, with all the other cars running off the circuit into the sand.
Major contact. You join us back, and contact in the southern loop between Todd Kelly, Stephen Richards, as they were fighting with Jason.
Lowndes has got it. Skate will get across the second, but look at this drag right there. Oh, no!
the Lowndes gets third. Contact between Russell Engel and Mike Emery. Goodness me.
Look at this.
Then this happened. He came, this is after pit lane exit, down at turn 2 and 3. And as soon as he left over that curbing there, the car wouldn't turn to the left, and he's whacked the wall, and so they'll bring that car back in again.
And that was a pretty decent slap. Watch this.
So you can't, there's no lock on that at all. There's not steering.
Here's a spin by the Castrol Cougars. So obviously they've been able to get the car going again, return it to the pits, and bang.
Well, that shows the effect of those 2 layers of tyres, keeping the car off the
process, because he hasn't quite had the pace since then.
Whoa, this is Paul Dumbrell off.
Oh, right rear tyre is gone, and is he going to touch the wall? No.
Still, here is the Shell Helix replay. It looks like it's in the Shell hairpin, and coming into contact, so lap after lap there, 2 laps in a row. Gardner has been caught into some serious trouble, and there's a lot of damage to that Coke Commodore.
Look at the biffy.
Zinger replay.
Someone tagged him. Is it one of the better electric? No, it's Jason Bright. And they all scattered. Winterbottom. Now Lowndes got through on Winterbottom and
Jack. Yep.
So that was Cam McConville, but it wasn't Cam's fault because number 11 Jack Daniels' car of Jack Perkins just stopped.
On the Zinger replay, you'll see the super cheap auto car there. I think that's actually Dumbrell, Neil. This will explain it. There he is. Oh, with James Courtney, who gets pushed up on the inside. Kelly faces the wrong way.
To this one. Engel has a margin, half a second. It's less than that when they get down into the braking area. Here comes Stephen Johnson, is it? And Will Davison making contact. And Todd Kelly all mixed up. There's trouble to the right-hand side as well. We've got both HRT coming.
Let's have a look at the replay of what happened. Well, the road was slippery
And voila. Oh, that's a large.
Be a twofold problem here. Damage to the car and whatever caused it. Here it is.
Oh, he's buried it. Big
That's
time.
a big hit. And look at the look at the liquid.
Off he's gone. Oh, trouble here. And it results in the Trat Mazira car getting all turned around. This is a replay, incidentally. Now, what happened there? We've got, is it John Bow, I think, in the Aussie Mail car? Yes, it is. From car number 7 getting mixed up in them all. And that's the Davison Win Cup car. And because the pack all gets scrambled, car number 75 gets half turned around, and Anthony Tratt's at the wheel of that. They're all scrambling every which way. Here we go. See, he's still cruising up here. So they already had a problem, and you get, hit very hard from behind. Massively hard from behind, and it's fired in first into the left wall, then to the right.
Someone or something, I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, that's what happens.
What will you say to him when he gets back in the garage?
Point where you crest the top of the hill, look to the left, and it was because of the traffic to the right that trapped Jack in that position.
This will show us exactly what's happened to car 11 at the cutting, backs into it, glass everywhere.
And
watch the black car here of Todd Kelly. Oh my goodness.
yeah, that was a tyre as well.
Well, that's a lot better than it could have been.
And the racing and the flat bed truck is racing out to grab that car at the moment. So Alan Gurr and Shane Price in a weird one there. I'd say interlocking wheels, and it's flicked Shane into the wall.
An action replay. It's exactly what happened to Michael Patrizzi yesterday. And
that's Todd Kelly up there as well.
Todd Kelly's followed him as well.
Avoiding all this at the moment, staying away from it, and there's the reason why Todd Kelly is so animated. He's actually made contact with David Brabham, and then this is at the other end of the circuit, turn 4. Looks like he's just gone straight ahead there on his own, so he wasn't assisted. You were right, it was a very gentle nudge into the wall, but it's just a bit awkward because the grass is...
Van Gisbergen's tried to dive bomb him down the inside at turn 4, and he hasn't got away with it. He's tagged Jack in the left side, about the B pillar thereabouts. You can see the damage in the car. And so what he did was they had the squeeze on the exit of turn 3. Look at this, she's got a mind of her own.
Boom.
Nice work.
Amazing. And, Will Davison, Shane Price, big lock brake, and oh, massive nose to tail job there between James Courtney and sheer tyres a breather. This is what the dirt was all about. That was someone firing into the dirt. I think it could have been Jack Perkins, yes. Back windows out of that car.
And this will be the squash up. Oh, look at that. Both cars and slam over to the left-hand side.